So hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now this is not normally something I do. News isn't really something I do here on my channel. It's something that I save for my podcast more with Ryan. But something very interesting happened last night, and I felt the urge to come on here and talk about it. I will pre-warn everyone now, my energy isn't to the highest level. I'll be honest with you guys. I can be honest with you guys. I'm a bit hungover this morning. After this news drop last night, I had a couple drinks because I was so happy, so excited. And yeah, so now I'm here talking about it. So this news only dropped last night. As I say, I'm still trying to get my brain around a lot of it, so I'm not going to mention everything that happened last night. And there are probably a couple bits I'm going to miss, and I'm not going to get a couple bits right probably. So I'll apologise in advance. I'm of course talking about all the Disney announcements last night. I watched it live with my friend Ryan and Luke. We had a great time watching it all live. And basically, yeah, I'm going to go over that. I'm going to think about this list that I found, which sort of has everything. Because you need a list. A lot of stuff got announced. I've got my Mac here to help me. I think we're going to go Disney Animated, Pixar, Marvel, and we're going to save the best till last, and then we'll have the Star Wars news. So yeah, we're going to sort of work backwards. First off, though, you know, this is all mostly Disney Plus news. And it was a big night for Disney. First off, I want to say the presentation that they done. I loved it. I loved the style. I loved how you had the head of each department coming on one at a time. I loved hearing from all of them. They all done such a great job. Kevin Feige absolutely stole the show at the end. But of course, every head of every department done a really good job in presenting. And they made it very exciting. I think they done a great job. I was very engaged for the whole presentation. I just found it absolutely incredible to watch. It was really fun to be able to watch it because, you know, sometimes we, you know, with it airing in America and obviously the UK times being different, we don't get to see it. But, you know, we stayed up to watch it and it really was a blast. Had a great time watching it. So first off, one of the big things they're doing is that they're doing a 18+ section on Disney Plus, which I think a lot of us knew was coming. It's going to have Stars and Hulu on there. This is great, I think, because at the minute Disney Plus it's a great streaming service at the minute. I think it is. I think they've done a really good job with Disney Plus so far. But it is, of course, very tame, which is what Disney is. It's a family-friendly business. But now that they own Fox, there's a lot of room for them to do things, you know, for adults to widen their audience. And it's great that they're doing this. I believe they're doing an Alien TV series on there, which I can't lie, I'm more than happy for. I know some people are not too thrilled about this. They like Alien being movies. But to be honest, the Alien franchise is a bit dead at the minute after Covenant, which was not a very good movie. So I'm really happy to see a TV series on it, to be honest. I'm happy for this franchise to go in a new direction, which is what I want from Predator as well. And Ridley Scott is going to be attached to it, so hey, that's pretty good. And then, of course, they announced some other things like the National Geographic stuff that they do. There's, you know, this isn't stuff I particularly watch too much, but there's still some interesting stuff on there, like A Real Bug's Life kind of interested me, and Secrets of the Whales. But yeah, so if you're into that sort of stuff, there are some announcements, there are some things coming to the National Geographic side of Disney Plus, which, you know, I will try and watch some of them. And then in terms of, what do we got here? Walt Disney Animation. So there's a couple, they're doing a couple things. Raya and the Last Dragon, which looks incredible, by the way. The trailer to that, you know, the trailer dropped a few months ago now. But the trailer for that looks fantastic. This film looks great. This is going to go to Disney Plus, and I'm really excited to see this movie. We're getting Baymax, which I think is I can't remember what this is. It doesn't say on this website. I can't remember whether this was a TV series or something. I know there's already a Big Hero 6 TV show, which is done more in the anime style, not like the animation style of the movie. So I think with this one, I'm guessing because it's been a bit more of a big announcement, they'll go back to the animation style of the movie. Really looking forward to that. Zootopia Plus, this TV series, I believe, which is just going to expand on the Zootopia world, which really excites me. I was a big fan of that movie. And then we got a few more movie and TV series announcements, including a Moana TV series, which I'm really excited for. I hope they get all the cast back. And then, of course, Disney themselves announced a few things like Hocus Pocus 2, Three Men and a Baby remake. What else we got here? I'm just going to try and go over the ones which I think are really, really exciting. Because, as I say, there was a lot of announcements. Cheaper by the Dozen TV series. I really like the first Cheaper by the Dozen movie. It'll be interesting to see how well this one turns out. It'd be really cool if they get Steve Martin back. But then, I suppose they'd have to get all the kids back and they're all grown up now. So I'm guessing it'll be a complete recast. They're doing another Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. Buck Wild is, of course, the... Oh, what is it they are? Possums, isn't it? I'm pretty sure they're possums. And you've got the one that Simon Pegg voices, which is Buck. And he will be reprising his role. Simon Pegg will be returning. Not sure about what other characters will be returning yet, but hey, sounds interesting. I like Ice Age. This could be quite cool. Night at the Museum reboot. I loved the first Night at the Museum film growing up. This looks like it's going to be animated. Really curious about this one. Chip and Dale. We've got another Chip and Dale movie coming out. Pinocchio. This sounds really good. I really wanted a live action Pinocchio, actually. This is one which I thought Disney could do quite well. And when they said that Tom Hanks was attached to it, I was very, very happy. I could really imagine Tom Hanks being doing a really good job with this film. Then we got Peter Pan and Wendy. This is going to be interesting. There's been a lot of live action Peter Pans over the years now, most of which have not been great. So, but I love Peter Pan and I have more faith in Disney than any other company really at the minute. So I have faith this movie will be good. And then Disenchanted, which of course is the sequel to Enchanted. We all knew this was coming for a long time. But it's nice that we've got a proper title for it now. Disenchanted, I quite like that. So yeah, that's all the Disney news really. All the big stuff. Pixar, of course, had a nice little slate as well. Of course, they spoke about Soul, which is hitting Disney Plus on the 25th of December, which I'm incredibly excited for. I think this looks fantastic. What else have we got? We've got Doug Days, which of course, Doug the dog from Up. Very excited to see that. You know, he was maybe my favourite character in Up, so I'm really looking forward to seeing where that goes. Cars, the series. This isn't something I'd probably watch, but I think this would do really well for Disney. The Cars franchise, you know, say what you will about it. For me, I only like the first movie, really, but it's great for kids. You know, there's some really cool characters in this franchise, and Pixar, you know, they love their cars, so... And then we got Win or Lose and Lightyear. Now, Lightyear, this of course is Buzz Lightyear, but it's not the toy. This is like it's actually quite hard to explain now. Think about it, but it's really simple. This is the Buzz Lightyear from the TV show or whatever that the kids in the Toy Story world watch. This is the character, not the toy. And it is going to be voiced by Mr. Chris Evans, which is really exciting, actually. As soon as they said that, I was like, oh, yeah, to be fair, I can imagine Chris Evans doing a really good Buzz Lightyear. So this is very exciting. I'm going to watch this. The little poster or the little still they released looked very, very cool. So, yeah. Next up, we got the Marvel news. We're hitting the big boys now. So we got Marvel and then Star Wars. So, of course, these were the two slates I was most looking forward to. I think... I'm obviously a big Star Wars fan, so I think I was most pumped for a lot of the Star Wars stuff, but Marvel really surprised me. They showed and announced a lot more than I was expecting. So first off, we got a trailer for WandaVision, which looks fantastic. I can't wait for this show to start. We're getting so close to it now. I'm just really excited to see these Marvel shows start coming out. Because with Star Wars, we've had the animated team over who have at Lucasfilm, who have been working with Disney Plus, have now done the final season of Clone Wars. So we've had that, and then of course we got the Mandalorian. So we know sort of the level of excellence that we're dealing with there. Marvel, I have complete faith that this show is going to be really good, but I'm really excited just to get into it. Then we got our first trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and at first I was really happy with the trailer, but to be honest, looking back, not that it's a bad trailer, it was a really good trailer. This is kind of one of the things I've forgotten about, because a lot of this other stuff that come out kind of overshadowed this one. It looks really good, the action looks great. The CGI looks fantastic. It looks like a movie. I really can't wait for this limited show. Then, of course, we had Loki, which was one of my highlights of the night. Because what they were doing is they were after they were announcing things, a lot of stuff was getting shown to other people, and we as the general audience couldn't see it. And there was a lot of stuff happening like that. Like, for example, with the Obi-Wan stuff, they obviously showed some footage to some people, but a lot of us had to wait. We're not allowed to see it yet. And I was certain they were going to do that with Loki, but no, they showed it to us. And wow, this trailer looked fantastic. Tom Hiddleston looks like he's killing it in this. Owen Wilson popping up as well. And there was also a really good little tease at the end of the trailer where Loki says, Heimdall, brother. You know, I can't remember the words exactly, but he says something along the lines, if you're listening, now's the time, or something like that. And it's like, oh my god, we could be getting Heimdall and Thor in this show again. Fantastic. Then they done a little trailer for What If. This is a show which I'm personally incredibly excited for, like, incredibly. And I think that might surprise people, because obviously it's not canon in the MCU, I don't think, because this is like alternate universes. But the thing is with Marvel now is we're going into the multiverse, so maybe some of this stuff could be canon, I don't know. But I love the idea of this. I love the idea of this. I'd love for Star Wars to do something like this as well. I think this would be great. Just to see how things could have gone if certain things were changed. The animation style to it looks really good as well. Yeah, the trailer was fantastic. The little Black Panther bit at the end was really nice as well. Miss Marvel, you know, we got some behind the scenes footage of that. Or well, we got some interviews with the cast and crew. This is a show I'm really looking forward to. I wasn't a big fan of the Avengers game that came out earlier this year on the PlayStation 4. But one thing I took away from it is that Kamala Khan is a really cool character. And I'm really excited to see her. So this show is now high up on my list. Hawkeye, of course, they officially announced Haley Steinfeld will be in it. Which we all knew. We'd all seen the set photos. So, yeah, really, really cool. I think she's perfect cast for... Oh, I can't think of the character's name that she's playing at the minute. It's escaped me. But yeah, no, fantastic. Again, this show I think is going to be really good. Really looking forward to it. They officially announced She-Hulk, Tatiana. I'm not going to pronounce her surname because I'll butcher it. I apologise. But they officially announced that she will be leading in the role. And then they also announced, for She-Hulk, Mark Ruffalo will be in it, which we all highly predicted. And Tim Roth will finally be returning to the MCU as Abomination. Yes, I'm so happy about this because Abomination survived Incredible Hulk. And I know the Incredible Hulk is the black sheep of the MCU, but this film still exists in this world and or this universe. And where's Abomination? Where's he been all this time? I'm so happy we're finally going to get to continue that because I really like the character of Abomination. I really want to see them go further with him. So I'm so excited that we're seeing him again. I mean, it's crazy to think all those years ago when we first saw Abomination, we'd have to wait like another 10 years before we saw this character again. And characters like Captain America and Iron Man would be gone by the time we see him again. Moon Knight, the TV series, you know, they went over that a little bit. They didn't touch on it too much. Secret Invasion, which of course is going to be the new upcoming Nick Fury and the Skrulls show that Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn will be in it. I believe this one's going to be animated, but hey, it sounds good. I love Samuel Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn. They're both fantastic actors. Ironheart is something which also got announced, which this one shocked me. So this is kind of this is the follow-up to Iron Man. This is his sort of successor, I guess. I don't really know because I don't know much about this character. This is something which Ryan was sort of filling me in on last night when it got announced. I don't know. I've read a few Marvel comics, but not loads. So Ironheart is a character which I have yet to discover, really. So this one's new to me. It's interesting that his successor, it doesn't sound like he's met. So it's going to be very interesting. But either way, I'm really looking forward to it because the MCU will not be the same without an Iron Man on the screen. It won't be the same without Robert Downey Jr. in general, but it'll be nice to have another Iron Man about. I know we got War Machine, but still. And then speaking of War Machine, Armor Wars got announced, which is really exciting. We all love Don Cheadle. We all want to see more Don Cheadle. So, hey, this show sounds absolutely fantastic. I can't wait. Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special also got announced. This is live action. This is not a Star Wars Lego animated fluff. This is a real thing that's going to happen, which I'm really excited for. I'm looking forward to just seeing the Guardians mooch about in their ship, have a little Christmassy time. And this is going to come out before the movie. And then finally, I Am Groot, a series of shorts about Groot. So yeah, very, very exciting stuff. I can't wait. This all just sounds so good. I can't wait. Marvel, as always, it seems like in the last year they've just kept announcing things, and it's all been really exciting. Like I remember a few 4 or 5 months ago when they announced She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Moon Knight all back to back. It's like they just keep going this year, Marvel, don't they? I'm really excited, really am. And I know some people are saying that with Marvel and Star Wars, there's too much coming out in a minute, but I disagree. This is all coming out over a 2-year period of time. You know, it's a lot of, with Marvel there's a lot, but there's always been a lot with Marvel. With Star Wars, this is all coming out over a 2-year period of time. I think this is a good amount. I really do. Speaking of Star Wars, let's get on to it. I've saved the big boy till last. So I'm just going to go in order of what this website, I'm reading off The Independent. I'm just going to go in order of what they've listed it as here. So first up, of course, they've put Ahsoka as their top thing. I think this was maybe the highlight for most people last night. You know, the episode of The Mandalorian we had a few weeks ago, which might be my favourite episode of The Mandalorian we've had. Obviously really tested the waters with Ahsoka. That she was the main focus of the entire episode. It was more or less a backdoor episode for her own show. And I think a lot of us knew that. And of course in that episode we also get hints as to her looking for prisoners, which would be Ezra. And of course we get the big name drop of Thrawn, which, as someone who's read all of his novels and has read his comic and has seen him in Rebels, I'm beyond pumped to see Thrawn. And I know that he's going to be in the Ahsoka show. I mean, I don't know, but I do. This is where he's most likely going to pop up. And this show sounds fantastic. I can't wait. Rosie Dawson is incredible as Ahsoka. I'm really, really excited for this, guys. This is so good. And of course, the crazy thing is we're going to get... We've already got live-action Ahsoka. We're going to get a full TV show of her. The Obi-Wan... Ewan McGregor's coming back, and obviously we'll get to the news, but Hayden Christensen is also returning. We could potentially, in the Obi-Wan show, if they can get Rosie Dawson over for an episode, we could get all 3 of them on screen together in live action. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka. Oh, please, Star Wars, please do this. You didn't do this with the sequels. You didn't get Han, Luke, and Leia all together on screen. Do it for our prequel characters, please. So anyway, that's really exciting news. Next up, we've got Rangers of the New Republic, which is a Mandalorian spin-off. Of course, we've seen Rangers of the New Republic. We've seen squads going out and stuff in Season 2. They were heavily in the second episode of Season 2. Episode 6, I believe, of Season 1. Yeah, I think it was 6. We also saw a couple. So, hey, I'm really looking forward to seeing this. This is going to feature... Diego Luna's character as well returning, so very exciting. Then of course we got the Obi-Wan news, which this is my most hyped moment of the evening. I am huge prequel fan. I grew up with these movies, and Revenge of the Sith is one in my top 10 films ever probably. I adore Revenge of the Sith. I know it's got its problems with its dialogue and stuff, but I don't care. I love this movie. I think this movie is fantastic. So I'm so hyped to see Ewan McGregor play Obi-Wan again. But when they announced Hayden Christensen will be returning, I jumped out my chair. This was one of the most hyped moments I can recall, to be honest. This was so incredible. And they announced he'll be coming back as Darth Vader, because at this period in time he is Vader. He's not Anakin anymore. Obviously we're going to see him without the suit on at some point. It'll probably be flashbacks for Obi-Wan or something, or visions, which I don't care. I don't care. I just want to see them on screen together again. I can't wait. This show's going to be fantastic. I'm very, very excited. Then we got Star Wars Visions, a series of animated shorts celebrating the franchise. Haven't actually looked into this one yet, really, to be honest. But from the sounds of it, this show could be really interesting, because we could have an episode set during the Clone Wars, then we can have an episode set during the reign of the Empire. We could go all the way back to when Qui-Gon was alive, when Dooku was a Jedi. They could do so much with this. Now, that's the thing that I've loved about reading the novels of Star Wars over the last year, is that I can go to a time that I love. I can go all the way back to Dooku Jedi Lost and see Dooku being trained, or I can go really far into the future and I can see Bloodline. I can see, that's what I love, and I'm really happy that we're going to get a TV series like this, where we can jump about throughout the Star Wars universe. So if you get one, for me, like the sequels, which probably won't interest me as much, the sequel era doesn't interest me as much, I'll be like, okay, well, hey, hopefully next week's been a more interesting period of time. Next one could be in the Clone Wars, and people like me would be like, yes, okay, here we go, this is a better episode for me. So there's a lot of diversity here that they can have. Really, really, really excited for this. Then what do we got? What do we got? Did I skip something here? What did I do? Okay. Yeah, okay, I skipped one. I accidentally missed over the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch was my favourite trailer last night. I know people are going to be like, how can you say that? Loki was so good, and, Falcon and the Winter... So I know that they were probably better put together trailers, but this, for me, was so hype. Again, talking about that Revenge of the Sith stuff, this is set straight after. You can see that the Republic is being transformed at this point. I've only read about this in novels. Like, the Ahsoka novel done it really well. And Catalyst also showed it really well. You see the transition of the Republic into the Empire. You see it 5 years after on the game Fallen Order. But I want to see it straight after. I want to see this. I want to see the transition. I want to see how messed up the galaxy is, because the Clone Wars is just, it's exploded and now the Empire's been born. I can't wait to see this on TV. I can't wait to see this in a series. The animation style looks gorgeous. It's the same as Clone Wars. It looks fantastic. I love the logo at the end where you have the Clone Wars and it burns into the Bad Batch. The Tarkin bit was amazing. Such a cool line. We love Tarkin. And then, of course, the bit with the Emperor saying the Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire. It's like, oh, we love that. The Bad Batch, for me, got me very hyped. That was a real hype trailer. I loved it. Lando got announced, a spin-off centered around Donald Glover's solo character, which is really cool. They didn't actually say if Donald Glover was coming back last night, but I'm more than certain he probably will be. And if he is, I really hope they get the actor whose name always escapes me, who played Han, back. I'd love for them to do that. And then, of course, we got a couple little ones here. We got the Acolyte, which is a new series exploring dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. So this is going to be really interesting, because the thing is, with the High Republic at the minute, we've got these new villains coming into it. What are they called? I can't think of them in a minute. In the novels, and they're going to be like pirates. Now, obviously, this series is going to be set at the end of the High Republic, whereas the novels are at the start. So these new pirate villains that are going to be in the High Republic era, which are going to be causing the Republic and the Jedi a lot of problems. My prediction is that they're going to be controlled by the Sith. And at the end of the novels, because they'll be out before this show, it'll be revealed that there's a dark side user controlling them. Kind of a Palpatine-esque character. This is set 200 years before, so it won't be Palpatine. Maybe Plagueis. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It almost seems like it's still a bit too far back for even him, but maybe. And I think this series is going to show who these characters are that were controlling these pirates, and then hopefully we'll get our movie. And then, of course, Willow got announced, which is a reboot of Ron Howard's 1988 film. And then, of course, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the movies. Patty Jenkins is getting 2 films, which is fantastic. I'm really, really excited for this. I have full faith in her to make some really good movies here. It didn't say what era it was going to be set in, but I would make a guess it's going to be High Republic. And, of course, Taika's film. It's still going ahead. But, yeah, wow. what a bunch of great news. Honestly, I'm so happy with everything. I'm as a Star Wars fan, I'm super hyped. As a Marvel fan, it's nice just to have Marvel back because, you know, it's been a very quiet year for them. Obviously not their fault, but, you know, it's exciting to get some Marvel stuff coming back. But wow, what a great night it was. I loved it. All the announcements. I genuinely think Disney knocked it out of the park. I don't think there's anything to complain about there. I really don't. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Let me know which ones you're most excited for. But thanks so much for watching, as always, guys. And I'll see you all next time for another video. Bye-bye.